Hey, what's going on everyone? Shiva Sapkota here with another Tesla video. Today I'm going to show you how to swap out your cabin air filter for Tesla Model 3 and Model Y. These are recommended to be done every 2 years by Tesla. This is a simple DIY which I'm going to show you step by step in this channel, and we're actually going to replace it with a better filter than the OEM filter that comes with the car. You can certainly get this from Tesla directly, but this company Vion has better filters where these are HEPA grade instead of just the regular air filter from Tesla. I'm going to show you a comparison of what those two look like and why this is a better choice. We're also going to be swapping out our Model Y HEPA filter in the front. This also comes from the same company Vion, and I'm going to show you how to swap this out as well. This is recommended to be done every 3 years or so by Tesla, so somewhere in the 30,000 miles. And the way you know when this needs replaced is if you're getting reduced airflow on your HVAC system, because this is just like in your house AC and your HVAC, where if you're not replacing your filters regularly, then you're going to get reduced airflow. Your system is going to be working a lot harder to push the airflow because everything is clogged in your filter. And just for the efficiency of it, you're probably going to get a little bit slightly better efficiency with the HVAC system. And also you will be able to smell it. Like on Teslas, it starts smelling like very stinky smell that comes out whenever there is a lot of pollens and dust and things that are trapped on this filter. So it is recommended you swap this out on a periodic basis. So this video is going to be a guide for you all how to do that. Let's get started. So this product was sent to us free of charge by Vion to review in our channel. They've got a lot of Tesla accessories. They also have some Rivian, Cybertruck. They also have an Amazon store if you want to check them out. But basically, if we were to go to their cart here, what I have put is the Model Y front HEPA. This includes all 4 pieces that is needed for this for $59. And then this is the HEPA air filter. And those are 2 of them included for the cabin for $19, which is a really good deal because I'll show you why. If you go to Tesla here, the carbon filter, just the regular one without the HEPA is $15 each, so that makes it $30 for the 2 that you need. And then the front HEPA filter is $90 from Tesla, so the total becomes $120. Tesla does not have discount codes or anything like that. So to get the same thing that you are getting from Vion, this is $78 versus $120 from Tesla. But you can go to checkout here, and if you were to put a discount code SHIVATESLA, so if you put Shiva Tesla as a discount code, this actually goes down even more. So you can get the whole kit for your Model Y for $70, which is a lot better than what you get from Tesla, and this is a better product than what Tesla is selling you. So if you want to save some money, you can use this code. This is an affiliate code, so we do earn a very small commission at no additional cost to you, which greatly helps us bring videos like this in the future. Thank you very much. Let's continue. Let's first start with the air filter, and I'm going to show you how to do the front filter. But the air filter, they actually send you the kit and everything that you need to get this swapped out. So they have a nice instructions here. You can go to their website, you can see everything. They have certification, look at the test and everything that they performed. They send you everything here. They send you detailed step-by-step guide on how to get this swapped out. And these are of course the filters themselves. It is very protected, so it's not gonna catch any dust or anything while it is in shipment. And then they send you the kit here. You're gonna need a pry tool, you're gonna need a wrench, and then a smaller Torx bit, and they send you everything here. So let's use this, and then let me show you how to swap this out. Let's go to the car now. All Model 3s and Ys are gonna have air filters in that area down there. No matter what year, they're all going to have that there. If you are in a right-hand drive countries like Australia or UK, yours is gonna be on the driver's side. So you're gonna be here, the driver's side is this side, and that is where that air filter is gonna be located. So that's what we need to do, is remove that trim, but first we gotta do a few other things. First of all, we want to move this back as much as possible. That allows us to have bigger working space here. So that's what we did. We pushed that back. Now we're going to start removing some of the panels from the bottom here. Before we start messing with anything, it would be wise to turn off our HVAC just so that there is nothing going on to the car. You don't have to turn it off or anything, just the HVAC portion. Next, we're going to make our way underneath this glove box area here, and we are going to be replacing those plastic push pins there. There are 4 of them. You may have a Torx here instead of those plastics, so just look at it. Whatever you have, that's the one that we have to remove. Now removing those is pretty straightforward. You just go with the pry tool that they with your kit and then just pry that out and just pull that a little bit, and you can even remove this completely, but you can, with that pin is still there, you can go with your pry tool and just simply remove this and it comes out. So one is done, we got 3 more to do. It is exact same process. Again, this process is super simple. You just have to go there and push this out. So 2 out. We have another one here that we have to remove as well. And finally, 1 more here. Now that we have removed all of those plastic push pins there, this allows us to completely remove this unit. And if you look at it here, it just comes out. Just keep in mind, if you have removed this side in the past, it might become a little bit stuck there, but not an issue. You can completely remove that. Now, you have 2 options with this. One is you can completely remove this as well to put this out of the way, or there's enough room in a Model Y to work there. But if you want to be safe, don't want to accidentally pull anything, this is how you remove this too. So this is the light one, where if you want to press right here in the middle and while holding that middle piece down, you can just take that out and it completely comes out. And this light speaker one, actually you just have to apply some force and that just drops. That means you can safely remove this, so you get all this space to work with. Now that we have removed that part, we gotta remove this piece, this carpet, and this is just pins inside. There's no screws or anything, so you can use this leverage a little bit to pull on this, and as you see, it starts coming out from the top. Just take your time, and this just starts coming out. You can remove it from here. You can just go around and pull this, just apply some gentle force. And if it is not coming out, you can use the pry tool, but I find it easier to just pull this out. Just like this, we are actually almost out, and you just go around and keep pulling out. So these are held by just some push pins here that there's no screws or anything, but sometimes some of this kind of get stuck and they don't want to come out. For that, what you can do is take a flathead screwdriver, for example, like the very, very bottom one that is giving me a little bit of issue. I can just push it on the top, and once you push that on the top, it allows that leverage and that just comes out. So pushing this, guys, on the top is a pro tip. Just don't yank it out, because our initial gut would be to just try to pull that out, but just being patient and just pushing here. They are kind of act as a spring here. So if you push this down, it comes out. So that's one thing that you can do to make this process a bit easier. Now that we have removed the carpet as well as that bottom piece there, this is all open, and what we are after is that guy right there. So that's the corner. That's where the filter is located. Yours might be slightly different, so you may need to use different bolts or the tool that they send. They send you both. So they send you this guy here. This is a Torx 20. They send you this is 6mm as well. So depending on what you have on that filter area, that is what you are going to be using. If you have an older Tesla, like a 2017 to 2020 Model 3, there's going to be an orange line here. That's the high voltage line. You want to kind of set that aside while you work on that, but the exact same process. So for this is the panel that we are after, and you can certainly use the tool that they sent you, which is this 20mm Torx here, and it's really easy to remove that. Or if you prefer to use your own tool, I really like this handy screwdriver. This power screwdriver, and it just does that for you with the light. And this is the screw that we need to remove and put it in a safe place. Now we're actually able to remove this filter cover, and the filters are inside. We can start pulling the filters. So those are the filters, and there are 2 filters, one on the top, so they give you the little tab on the top, and there is one in the bottom, so that's the bottom one. So for the top one, you just grab into this tab and you fold this filter out a little bit, and it just comes out. So this is one of your filter. We're not done, because there's a second filter in that bay there. So what you do with that is lift this and you take this out as well. Same idea, same procedure, and you're able to remove both of this. So let's do a quick comparison between the filter that we just removed versus the new Vion one that we are about to replace with. To be fair, my filters were not that bad. There's some particles on the bottom, but I was imagining this to be really bad. It has been about 20-some thousand miles since I replaced mine, so I was imagining this is gonna be bad, but this wasn't that bad. I think that front big HEPA filter is doing a lot of the job, so when we remove that, I have a feeling that's gonna have some stuff, but this wasn't too bad, to be honest with you. If you look at it here, very clean. But this is a mid-level filter. It's not a HEPA grade. This is a paper-based filter. There's not a activated charcoal or a HEPA particle filtration system. So this is not going to block all the allergens and the smoke and everything that comes out, versus this is a 4-layer HEPA grade filter. So there is a filter inside, there is an absorption layer, and if you look at it, the back, there is carbon here. These are really great for absorbing the odor and not letting that get to your cabin. So just overall, if you just look at the quality of the two filters, you can tell that these are solid, these are better, and these are HEPA. So these are not HEPA, but these are HEPA grade filters. So you're gonna be breathing cleaner air compared to just replacing one from Tesla. Not to say that Tesla ones are bad, again, these are really good, but they're just not HEPA. These are better and they're cheaper as well. So that's the quick comparison here. These are 4 layers, as I said, very high quality. Let's go ahead and show you how to insert this. Just another thing is they also give you a very clear indication of facing towards the front of the car. That's the airflow, and they make it easy for you versus some of this stuff. It doesn't show you, what is the front of the car. Is this the front or the back? So it makes it a little bit easier for you to install as well. So that's the quick difference. They're both air filters for the cabin here, just HEPA grade that you get with the Vion one. So we're gonna grab our filters. The orientation for this is going to be this way. The strap is on the top right corner here, and they actually tell you on the side here, so facing front of the car. So that's the front of the car, and it doesn't matter which one you picked first, it's the exact same size. So now we're gonna take this and insert it into that opening, and this is a little bit of a solid filter compared to the paper filter that Tesla had, so you may need a little bit more force to drop this, but once it is in, it's already there. As you see, that didn't take much. And now we're going to be grabbing the second filter that we have here. So this is the second filter. Again, front of the car, we get the idea. The black part faces towards the rear. Now we're gonna go in here and do the exact same thing with this as well. Don't let this string go in. You have to kind of hold this out, but you can now go in and put this through. There you go. So now both of these are in. It is in its place. We have the strings to grab to. When we need to remove it, we're just going to stick it like this. And now we just need to put the cover back. Now, as I said, this cover just goes on the bottom with the screw there, and it aligns on the top, and here you go. So this is actually good to go. Now we just need to put this through and secure this screw in its place. Again, you can use the tool that they send you, or you can grab one of this easy to use electric screwdriver. I'll put a link down below. Secure this, and you are good to go. This is fully secured. You just replace the air filter. Now let's put back everything we took out earlier. Of course, we're gonna start with this carpet trim piece we removed earlier, just like how it came out. This just simply goes in and pushes it into its place. You just have to go in and push this. Don't forget the bottom part, and basically you are done. Now putting this back on, same deal, exactly like how it came out. You're gonna align this and just simply push it in. The light is on, and then you're gonna grab the speaker cable and essentially push this into its place as well. It only goes one way, so you have to find the right way to push this in. There you go, the speaker cable is in, and this is good to go. Now we just need to push this into its place. Once this is aligned and it is flushed, what you're gonna do is go around with the pins that you removed earlier and simply secure into its place. Now that's one. We have a couple more to go. Now everything is back together and this is good. We just replaced the cabin air filter. Now if you have a Model 3, then that is it. Like you don't have a HEPA filter in the front, so that's all you need. If you have a Model Y and you're not doing the front filter, that is all you need. But if you're gonna do a front HEPA filter, let me show you how to do that next. So this is the front packaging here. They send you some tools and a pry tool so you can see some of the screws that we need to remove, and there is just this filter. So there is the top one, and then there is the bottom one here, the actual HEPA filter. So there are just 4 of them that we need to replace, 2 on each side, and that's about it. So let's go ahead and use, you can use some of these tools. So like you can use this Torx 20, or I would recommend this, where this is a power tool. It makes your life a little bit easier. Let me show you how to do that in the front. For this, Tesla actually asks you to remove the whole HEPA filter panel and remove this. I don't think you need to do that. Let me show you a little bit of easier way. You do have to remove this top panel. There is just some clips, as you see, it comes right out. Not a huge issue here. There's just a few clips that are holding this together. So remove that and then put this on a safe place. Now at this stage, we got to remove the cover of the HEPA filter and put the new filters in. And Tesla actually tells you to remove this whole holder here by removing that 10 millimeter there, 10 millimeter there. Some videos that I have seen also make you remove this whole trunk panel. Please don't do that. That is just gonna create more work for you. There is an easier way to do this, and that is by just removing this Torx screw. You have to remove this Torx screw regardless. Even if you follow Tesla's instruction, other videos, you have to remove this Torx screws anyhow. So instead of doing all of that, what you can do is just go around and remove this Torx 20 screws. There are 10 of them. So there's one here, and if you look at it, there is a couple on the top. You just fold this panel like this, and then you can remove those. And the bottom ones are a little bit hard to get to, but they are not bad at all. So right there, and then what you can do is actually lift this panel a little bit, and you'll be able to see there is another one there, and then there's another one there, and then right here is another one. So we just have to remove those 10 Torx 20 screws, and this whole panel just comes out. So before you go and remove the whole holder and this panel, try this method first. A tip for you guys, get something like this where you can store all of the screws so you don't lose it, and you have to make sure that you are very close while you are doing this with both hands so that you can hold on to this screw. You don't want any of this falling into the bay here. So that's something that you have to be careful, but it's super easy. So I'll just start from this corner here and make my way through. Just lift this plastic piece, and that just comes out. I'm gonna put it here. I can remove this one. Again, super easily, that comes out. Now for this ones, as I said earlier, even though it looks hidden down there, you can pull this quite a bit, and you can just go here and you can reach that place, and then you just turn this and it comes out. So you just have to push this out a little bit. This is pretty flexible. You're not gonna break it, and you're able to completely remove that. We have removed the other side. It is exactly the same thing here. So we just do that, remove it, put it aside, and right here, you just lift it a little bit, and you're able to access that screw down there. And again, you wanna hold on to it here. And then this one, again, this one and the other one on the other side where it's in the edge are gonna be more difficult because this does not go as far. But at the same time, if you look at it here, I'm easily able to access this. So I can remove that, and it allows me to put this. Now there's just, I think we're done on the bottom piece because we removed all of this. Now there's just a few on the top, and we can remove this panel. So again, just a couple on the top. So there's one, and then there is 2 here, and then one more. So all of the screws are removed. So now all of the screws are removed. This actually becomes quite easy for you to just put this out. Now you can see there's gonna be some dust and everything on the filters. you're able to access this filter. You don't have to kill yourself, remove this pan or all the HEPA filter itself. It's much easier this way. So now you can just lift this and take this aside. There's gonna be one on the top and one on the bottom. So we're gonna be removing the top ones here. They're just situated there. Then you need to go in and pull the bottom ones out as well. This might be a little bit stuck, so you may have to use some force to pull this out, but the same process. You just pull this, as you see, they just come right out. So these are the bottom ones. Again, these are the bottom ones. You pull some force and they come out, and actually looks really clean too. So let's take a look at our filter. So the airflow goes through these top filters first and then make it to this bottom filter. The bottom ones are actually in a remarkably great shape. So this probably don't even need replacement on my case. And that's weird because I have had this car for like 44,000 miles and I have not replaced the front air filter at all. So I'm kind of shocked. I thought this was gonna be more dirty, but the top ones are dirtier compared to the bottom ones. You can see that it has trapped things here on the top. There is some stuff here, and you can see the particles that got trapped, but grand scheme of things, it's not as bad. So maybe my area is not that bad, I don't know. But look here, you can see the stuff that have been trapped. So it's probably time that I needed to replace it, but considering the type of filters that I have seen in the past, this is not bad at all. Now these Vion ones are exactly the same, identical to Tesla. You want to push this on the top of the bottom one and it tells you the airflow, which is the airflow goes from the top to the bottom towards the car, and all you have to do is slide this in. Before you do, if this is dirty for you, please go ahead and clean it. You can use a vacuum cleaner, wipe this down, but mine is like immaculate here, so I'm not going to do that. And all you have to do is just slide this into its place, just push it down, and it is flushed down. So that goes in this place. So that's how it is supposed to be. Now we're gonna do this on the other side, the exact same thing. It is the exact same thing with this side. It says airflow. Again, the airflow goes from top to bottom, and this mesh part goes on the top. You just have to align it straight in this, and then you push it in. And when you push it in, it goes and sits into its place. Just make sure this is flushed, and we are good on both sides. Now we're gonna be installing the filter here. It says this side up, the airflow pointing down. That means the airflow coming from top to bottom. And it says this side up. So we will just literally drop this in here. Just make sure that this is flushed and it's not sticking out too much here. It just needs to be as flush as possible. And we would do the exact same thing on the other side as well. Again, they make it super easy with the arrows and everything pointing. So again, it says this side up and the airflow down. So we'll drop this on this compartment, and both of this are good to go. Now we're able to just put the cover back on and we will be done. Now we need to put this in exactly how it came out. It actually goes in nicely and secures in this place. You just have to move this around to see where those screw holes are. If you look at it, it didn't even give you a hard time going in, and it fully aligns with all the screw holes that we had earlier. And there is a little notch here that you can insert to. Just lift this and see if those screw holes are aligned, which they are on all sides. Now we are ready to start putting in those screws. So again, just gonna follow exactly how we removed earlier and tighten this. So one is in. And finally, you can just bring this in, align it in its place, and push this down, and you are done. Just go around, push it from both sides. And that is it. This is all good to go. We just changed the filter. So what do you all think about this replacement? It's a maintenance item, as I said. They recommend every 2 years to do the air filters and every 3 years to do the HEPA filter. But as you saw, the process is pretty straightforward. That's why Tesla deems this as a DIY item, and they even put out a video on how to do that on their website. You can directly buy this from Tesla, but if you go through the Vion, the product that we reviewed today, they're going to be cheaper, and you just saw they are better with the HEPA filter actually on the air filter. The actual HEPA in the front is probably about the same. They're just high quality products. You saw that it comes with all the tools and everything already included, and just overall they make better products than even the OEM products. But regardless of where you get it from, you can just use the same process to swap this out because they are equivalent to the OEM ones in terms of how to swap it out. Depending on your Tesla models, if you have older Tesla Model 3, you just have that one slight step where you have to remove that high voltage wire just on the side and then take it out. You may have different Torx screws, or you may have to use a bolt, so it just depends on your specific model, but the process is exactly the same. It's just some of those changes, minor changes there. So hopefully you are able to figure this out. Please let me know if you have any questions in the comment section below. I'm here to help you guys out. If you are nervous about replacing this, don't be. It is super easy DIY item as I showed you in the video. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you found it helpful and would like to see more helpful videos like this in the future, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and come back again soon.